Hello and welcome to T News. My name is Tommaso, bringing you some breaking news from the USMP camp, where the team appear to be on the edge of Copa Libertadores football. The past few weeks have been sensational since changing up formations to a 4-4-2, and the team have found their stride whilst others have lost games, and now USMP have a chance of top 4 football. They just need to make sure they don't bottle things, like earlier on this season, when they did it twice. Hello and welcome back to Vamos to the Top. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's video where we've got 3 games to secure ourselves a top 4 finish this season, which is very exciting and out of the blue. We were not expecting that last episode, but things have gone in our favour and are looking quite good. So again, let's try and manifest the likes target. I think 300 likes and everything will be working out perfectly for us and we get exactly what we need today. Fingers crossed. Also, if you are new around here as well, please do feel free to subscribe. Would love to have you here. So after last episode drawing 2-2 to Municipal and then beating Juan Arich 2-1, we played 3 games and won all of them. Despite a light onslaught from UTC, 3 goals in the first half hour was enough to get all 3 points here, with Oliver once again getting himself on the score sheet since playing as a striker once again. We swept past Binacional 4-1 with Tuesta scoring a brace in this game, this one being the pick of his 2 goals, a fantastic one into the top corner. And then a rare clean sheet and a rare goal for Gonzalez Vigil in a 3-0 dominating victory over Sport Boys, with Gonzalez Vigil's goal there beautifully scored. So with 9 points scored in between episodes, it's bumped us up to 3rd in the second phase of the league season table, which again is a bit of a mouthful to say. I need to work out how to say this better, essentially. But we've gone from, well, we were 12th or 13th last episode, right? And we've jumped our way up to 3rd, but you can just see how tight it is in the second stage of the season. We're on 25 points, but the team in 11th is only on 20. I mean, it just shows how tight it is. It's mental. Form is so important in this division. It's ridiculously important. And Deportes, who are historically one of the best teams in this league, are really not that great at the moment. They are, I say not great, they're only 3 points behind, but down in 7th they are struggling a little bit. And in the overall league table, only 1 point ahead of us. It's looking like it could be quite a nice end to the season if we can just get some wins today. Today's opposition are Cienciano in 15th, Sport Huancayo in 8th, and Union Huaral in 13th, and they're all winnable games. But before we jump straight into that, the youth intake has come through, and it's not quite as good as last season, but 3 players are the standout players here. The best supposedly is Carlos Ampuero, who is an attacking midfielder through the middle, which could be quite nice considering that we do like to play with attacking midfielders every now and again. So 15 years old, could be very, very good in the future, particularly with that 19 determination. Diego Arujo, another attacking midfielder through the middle. Good determination, good free kicks, good passing, good technique. He could be a real star in the future with some really high baseline attributes at the age of 16. Is only 5'3" though, which is very, very small, so physically could be a little bit dominated. But then we have Luis Alvaro, who is a left winger. Lots of good attacking players, who is a very physical player as well. Great pace and acceleration, dribbling quite good too. So already got the good fundamentals to run fast with the ball at his feet, so we quite like that. Of course, those players will be available to you guys on the Patreon, so feel free to go and claim some of those guys as and when you want. So for the first game against Cienciano, we are going to stick to this 4-4-2, which has been working for us beautifully. It's not been very great for Carpio, who has not played many games in recent game weeks, because Sandoval has been playing really, really well. If we look at his form over the past few games, 7-2, 7-6-9, 6-6, ignore that, but the 8-2 that he got in the game against Juan Arich, where he got his 2 assists, really, really solid. So, okay, maybe a little bit up and down, but he has been playing well, and I do quite enjoy Sandoval. As for the rest of the team, Solis is in goal with Rowan, Gonzalez and Sanchez in the back line, with Jonathan Gonzalez coming in at right back today because of an injury to Cordova, which isn't too bad, out for 6 days or so should be back for the next game. Sandoval, as I said already, on the right hand side of midfield with Tuesta and Moyano joining him, with Chelly slightly more advanced on the left hand side. Veron and Oliver lead the line, and Oliver, since playing as a striker, has scored 4 goals, turned his season around. So we are at home today as kickoff is upon us, and hopefully the home crowd are going to carry us through to another victory. I think Cienciano in terms of points are well above the relegation zone in the overall league table. Can we actually switch that up? No, we can't. It's just this league table, isn't it, which is the second half of the season. I'd like to have the overall league table there instead, but we can't. Anyway, they are well above the relegation zone in terms of points, so we're not really playing for anything this season, but apparently neither are we, because no highlights in this first half at all until the final moment. Alejandro Gonzalez with a knock. Maybe it might be worth taking him off the pitch shortly, as Jonathan Gonzalez now brings the ball forward into Oliver, who's been great since playing as a deep lying forward, forces the ball back to Jonathan Gonzalez. Worked more centrally this time, and the ball forward by Tuesta, not quite reaching the intended target of Veron, but we are keeping Cienciano not in their half as they look to come forward now down the left-hand side of their attack. Sandoval diving in. We've seen him get red cards like that before. And luckily, the Sandoval who's playing for Cienciano cannot put that one in the back of the net. I'm going to thrash my arms. Not good enough. Play better. Annoyingly, we can't see the overall league table, which is really frustrating me because I have no idea what Universitao Deportes are doing. They're 3-0 down to Sporting Cristal, actually. But we know how tight this division is, so I'd quite like to know the overall league table to know if we're still in the top 4 or not. And it doesn't quite tell me, which is really frustrating. So we have to wait till after the game to sort of find out what the overall league table is looking like. But the top 4 do get Copa Libertadores football, and I don't want to jinx it, but supposedly it gets us into that championship playoff at the end of the season if we come the top 4. But last season, only 3 teams went into that, and I'm not entirely sure why. A little bit confusing, so I don't want to get too excited about that, but I do know that top 4 will get us Copa Libertadores football completely. The top 2 get into the group stage. I think the team in 3rd goes into the 2nd qualifying round, and the team in 4th has to go to the 1st qualifying round, and it might not be us at all this season because we are looking vulnerable to Cienciano right now. We might need to go a little bit more attacking towards the end of this game, and potentially, in fact, I'm going to do it now, make some changes. Chelly for Veron, and then Gonzalez Vigil for Oliver, and then we bring Morelos on the left-hand side. And actually, Sandoval not having a great game out there. Let's bring Carpio on the left-hand side as well, or the right-hand side, I should say. And just see if these changes to go a little bit more attacking are going to help us out a little bit as we encourage the team to score some goals at the end of this one, please. We need you to do it, lads. You can see from the match stats, we have been dominant in terms of shots, possession, everything. And yet it's not really resulting in much at all until Tuesta's corner towards the far post is won in the air by Chelly. Down to Sanchez, down to Morelos who shoots, blocked. Gonzalez on the edge of the area though, collects the loose ball, turns and plays it back to the centre circle with Jonathan Gonzalez now. Brings it into Carpio, who's got it on the right hand side. Can he put a ball into the middle, or someone on the edge of the area is brought down? And that's that. Not a free kick or red card or anything, and Cienciano on the counter just about stopped there by Alejandro Gonzalez. Ball to Morelos is good, and Morelos can't put it in the back of the net. It was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted had it gone in the back of the net. Anyway, highlights straight from it though, where we need to encourage the team once again. We win the ball at the back, and now we need to score a goal. The 3 points here today are essential as Morelos into Ruan. Ruan down to Alejandro Gonzalez. Back to Ruan. Lads, we need a goal here, please. Let's stop messing around. Let's just get the ball forward directly, properly. Come on, look for these passes into these midfielders and strikers here. Gonzalez Vigil coming very deep for this one. Tuesta, Carpio, Gonzalez Vigil in the back of the net. And he gets his 7th of the season. You love to see it. And that might just be the goal that we need to get the 3 points here today to ensure we stay in the top 3, actually, because if Deportes are coming back in this game, but I think they have just lost it 3-2. Right, let's have a look at the overall league table then ASAP. We know we're 3rd in this table, but we don't care about this one. We don't care about it. We need to know what's going on in the overall league table. Alejandro Gonzalez out for 3 weeks. That's frustrating. League table, and we want the overall league table, please, where we are 3rd. Right, Alianza Lima right up there with us. Deportes just 2 points behind, but there's a bit of a buffer now to Binacional, who are 5 points behind us with 2 games to go. We need some wins. We need some wins, and it's Sport Hanquayo up next. And win that game, and we're looking good for Copa Libertadores. Also, I've just noticed Sandoval, 10 assists, #1 in the league this season. That's really impressive considering that he's played 22 games, but 13 starts, 9 off the bench. That's really impressive. Shows you what a bit of pace does in this division. Like, Carpio's not got the pace, and I guess that's maybe why it's not working out for him quite as much. Also, Copa Sudamericana is over. Club Atletico de Cordoba have won it, and they are from Argentina. So congratulations to them on your big win. Annoyingly, I wish it was us. Oh, apparently the best match as well featured us. It was our second leg or first leg. Either way, in the qualifying rounds. I'm a bit confused about the qualifying round. 3-3 was the best match. But Gonzalo Veron does come second in Sudamericana Player of the Year, which is very nice for him. Congratulations. Okay, Sport Huancayo coming up next. How fit is Cordova? Very fit. That's great. Let's get him back on the pitch instead of Gonzalez. But Alejandro Gonzalez is then injured, so then the other Gonzalez just comes straight back on the pitch. Okay, so Jonathan Gonzalez at centre-back now, Cordova right-back. Rest of the team is fine. Let's go to the game. Okay, so kickoff is upon us, and immediately there is a highlight, hopefully, for us, as Veron can't win possession. Here comes the goal for Sport Huancayo to ruin and crush our dreams. Or maybe not. We do win possession back, which is quite good. Sanchez into Tuesta, into Cordova, and forward to Sandoval now. The key man on that right-hand side for us. 10 assists in the league this season. He's been on fire. Can he get more of them? Ball in the middle. Chelly's there. Of course he can get more assists. 11 assists for him and 8 goals for Chelly. And the perfect start to this game for us. Sandoval, 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 Sandoval. He's also our captain, by the way. Because I think it's... Who's meant to be our captain? Our main captain is meant to be Marcos Delgado, 34-year-old centre-back, who's out for 2 months right now, but was dropped anyway. So actually, Sandoval is our vice-captain and is captaining the team brilliantly at the moment and thoroughly deserves his place in this team ahead of Carpio right now, I must say. So Sandoval winning that battle down the right-hand side of the pitch. Chelly puts the ball in the middle, though, and he's looking for an assist now. Can't get it as Veron puts his header over the bar. But quite nicely, we aren't seeing any highlights for Sport Huancayo right now. Okay, well, there was a highlight for Sport Huancayo and they just scored. Does it count? Does it count? Yeah, it does. Why do bad things happen to good people? Like, why is it always timed as soon as I say stuff? It's mental how often it happens. Like, the whole thing about FM listening to you, I always, obviously was said as a joke. Genuinely, I believe it. I really do believe it right now. At least Veron cannot score a goal as well. You hate to see it. Well, half-time 1-1. I'm going to thrash my arms far from police from what I've just seen. And we might try and make the same changes that we did in the previous game as well to just try and boost ourselves a little bit. But again, it's a game where match stat-wise, we're dominating. 63% possession we've had in this game. 64 now. And yet we haven't really got a whole lot to write home about in terms of goals and chances, have we? Although we have had quite a few of them as Sandoval puts his header over the bar. How many times have we seen that today? A ball over the bar from a header. I'm looking forward to our new target man coming in next season because I think in those sorts of situations, like, he's going to absolutely dominate that. I mean, he's got 24 goals this past season playing in Australia, right? So surely he should be able to get at least 10 or so just from headers next season for us, because most centre-backs in this division aren't that tall. I mean, most players in this division aren't really tall. If you're 6 foot, you're tall in this division, really. That's how it seems to be. As Tuesta, in a bit of no man's land on his own, does get the ball out wide to Chelly, into Moyano, who immediately loses possession for us. That's frustrating. We need a second goal here, but all of a sudden we've a bit too committed, and now the midfield aren't quite tracking back enough, and this is why maybe Moyano should be a box-to-boxer and somehow just let that guy run all the way through. Luckily, he can't shoot. Maybe that's why we made that choice. But with 30 minutes or so to go in this game, changes do need to be made because there are some tired faces on the pitch, and that was a poor ball to give away. Here comes Sport Huancayo. The striker is through, and this time does not miss. Right, tactical changes need to be made. Look at all our tired faces out there as well. Tuesta's going to come off for Gabriel Delgado. No. Undo that. Carpio centre mid on attack. You do that. Sandoval further forward on attack. Chelly also on attack. Let's really go for this now. Gonzalo Veron playing poor. Let's swap him actually over then with Chelly, shall we? And we'll bring Vigilon. Swap those. No, wait. I've done that wrong. Undo. We want... wait. Morelos on for Veron. That's what we want. That's what we want. But then also we are seeing loads of tired faces. Moyano being one of them. Gabriel Delgado, on you come. We'll make you a box-to-boxer. Just see if that works a bit better. We'll go a bit more attacking. Press confirm. And I'll have a go at the team in a second. Okay, shout, demand more. With 20 minutes to go, Sandoval's now injured. Right, so Carpio swap over. Now we don't have a centre mid, do we? Chelly can play centre mid. That's what we have to do. Gonzalez, Vigil there. Swap those two over like that. That's what we have to do. Luckily, we can make more than 3 subs at the moment still, which is quite nice. Not quite sure how long the 5 sub thing lasts for in Peru. Not that I was aware of it until midway through this season. But still, I'm not quite sure how long it lasts for. Luckily, we can make another sub there. Hopefully, the injury isn't too bad as Morelos on the ball gets it back to Ruan. And we need to at least get a point out of this game. We need at least a point out of this game. And maybe Carpio's going to do it for us right now. He gets the goal. You love to see it. When we need him, he comes up big. He knew he was under pressure, had to perform, and has got a goal here for us right now. Okay, this is where we shout encourage. This is where we really push forward. This is where our players are absolutely exhausted. There's not really a whole lot we can do in this situation. And I think Sports Huancayo are maybe going to punish us for that. We have got room to make one more sub though, don't we? I always forget the 5 sub thing. Today we need to make it as they score a goal, which I think was onside. It was onside. Yep, it was onside. I don't want to see it again. Right. We have to make a change, don't we? And I guess we've got 2 left backs and a centre back. Let's just change the centre backs around just so there's a bit of energy in the back line, but it's not going to help now that we're so far down. Demand more once again as Jonathan Gonzalez brings it out from the back. His ball forward is terrible, to be fair, and it's picked up by Sport Huancayo as now they look to bring it forward up to the halfway line, and once again they're just finding these through balls through. Our defence can't keep up, and that's a 4th, and that's game over. Right, we need to assess the damage to the league table. Is it still in our hands? I don't think it is. I don't think it's in our hands still. If we look at overall league table, it's not in our hands. Not in our hands. So we need to win against Union Huaral, and we need Deportes and Lima to lose. But we need Lima to lose, and we need Deportes to not win. As long as we win. So who do they all play then? Alianza Lima have got Binacional. That's quite handy because they're good and away from home as well. What about Deportes? They've got Juanaruch, who are bottom of the table. Right, so that should be a win for them. Right, we need Lima to lose massively and us to win big because the goal difference is not really in our favour either. Always been a huge Binacional fan. Huge Binacional fan. Love them to pieces. We've already bottled 2 things this season. I can't do a third bottling. I can't do a third bottling. What's their form been like? They've very, very good. 2 wins and 3 draws in the last 5. They've not lost in 5. 6, I suppose, technically, isn't it, right? Okay, so Sandoval is not too badly injured. I didn't even check that, to be fair, but can't really play today. So Carpio will come on instead. He'll play there. Chelly drops back a little bit maybe, but he can't really play there. Right, so that means that Morelos comes on instead. So we'll do that. We'll do that just to try and balance things out a little bit more still. Can we get Alejandro Gonzalez back on the pitch? We can. Excellent. And then we get, where is the other Gonzalez? Where's he gone? Where has he gone? Oh, I couldn't see his name. He goes back on the bench instead. Marcos Delgado will bring him on the bench as well. He can play this game back from his 2-month injury, but can't really do much, to be fair, but might be just useful to have on the bench. As for the rest of the team, it stays as it is. So, simple. We need to win. Win this game might not be enough. So it's simple, really. We have to win this game, and we have to rely on Alianza Lima or Deportes messing things up. And right now, Deportes 1-0 up already. They're not messing things up, are they? They're always going to win that game. They're playing bottom of the table. It's Lima that we need to really focus on. Alianza Lima. 18 minutes into this game, we get the first highlight, which Union Huaral are using to come forward down the left-hand side of their attack. They have brought it a bit more century now and given the ball straight away to us, which is beautiful. Right, let's build out from the back, work it down this near side of the pitch here as Carpio gets on the ball. Can't really do much with his lack of pace though, and is forced back to Cordova, into Tuesta. Nice triangles here as we work the ball forward using these triangles. Oliver now with the ball out wide into Cordova. Cordova into Carpio. Carpio to shoot. Oh, off the crossbar. The man who got the goal in the last game, which we thought was going to get a draw for us, didn't get a draw for us, hits the crossbar in a game that we are desperately needing to win. We have to win this game. The ball to Veron is good, and in potentially his final game for the club, hits the crossbar as well. No, I'm not letting this be the story. I'm not letting some crossbar shots be the story, or Oliver being clean through and not scoring. Oh. I mean, right now, even if we do win, we aren't getting top four. Binacional have to win, and then we have to win by 2 clear goals, don't we? Yeah, and Alianza Lima are winning. Not good enough, unacceptable. If we're not scoring a goal by 55 minutes, we need to change things up dramatically to really, really go for it and hope that we've got to really go for this now. Can you two swap over? Carpio, yeah, you can. You can be an inside forward on attack. Morelos can't play there. Chelly, on your come, lad, then. You need to become an inside forward on attack. Tuesta's there. Moyano, I mean, lads. No, playmaker? Why not? We've got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at this stage. We have to go for it. He's not really a playmaker. Gabriel Delgado, who's better than Moyano as a playmaker? Tuesta, great. Who's better than Tuesta as an attacker? Yeah, okay. So we'll bring Delgado on for Moyano, swap those two over. They can play like that. Cordova is injured. Bloody hell. How many injuries do you have this season? I cannot wait for our new right back next season. We'll bring Jonathan Gonzalez on instead. Maybe wing back attack. Wing back attack. I mean, we've got to go for it. We need the goals in place. We need the goals in place for if other teams start losing. And right now, what we're doing at the moment is not good enough, even if the teams around us are losing. I'm so annoyed that we just couldn't beat Sport Huancayo as Veron's header not in the back of the net. Come on, Binacional. They've scored. Right, that's a lifeline for us. That's a big life. They've scored another. They've scored another. Okay. Perfect. They're winning. Right. Alianza Lima. Where are they on this table? They've got a goal difference of plus... Oh, that's for the second. They've got plus 9 goal difference. So have we. We now need to score a goal. No, 2 goals. 2 goals we need. I think it's 2 goals. But we're not doing it. Why aren't we doing this? I command a goal now. Please. Please. Can we put a 12th man on the pitch, please? Ampuero on. We need you on. Sandoval's can't really play. Gonzalez Vigil, on you come for Oliver, who's played like crap. Come on. We need something here. Very attacking. I'm going to shout encourage as we don't have the ball in an attacking area because we gave it away. We need to win it now, quickly, high up the pitch, please. And we might have done there, but we haven't. Win it at the back. We have. Right, Delgado into Vigil. Vigil to Veron. Veron scores. Potentially offside. I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think we need another goal, though. I'm pretty sure we need another goal. Goal awarded, good. Right. Right. Let's just... why can I not see the overall league table? I need to see it. Oh my God, we don't need another goal. Binacional... Right. Binacional 3-1 up. Let's double check this. If we go here and we look at the overall league table... Lima on plus 11. They're 2 goals down now, so that's plus 9. We're on plus 10. So we'd go ahead of them. Let's double check this again, shall we? Because I'm 4-1. 4-1. How's that happened? I didn't even press play, I don't think. How's that even happened? I'm not going to complain or anything like that. It looks like Binacional have won. And our job is done. Right, so rules. It's league is sorted on goal difference. Right, so goal difference is important. Now, considering that's the case... Tactics, we can drop everyone back a little bit, can't we? There's no need to be so attacking now, Tom. Fullbacks on support. Chelly, you stay there as a inverted winger on support. Carpio, you've got to... Oh, okay, we can't really drop these guys back now, can we? You've got to stay as you are. Tuesta, please become a centre mid on defend. Delgado, you become a centre mid on defend support. I don't know, I don't care. Just don't concede goals now, please. Please just don't concede goals now, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine, unless Alianza Lima pull off the comeback of comebacks. 15 minutes to go, and a second goal here secures it, surely. A second goal here secures it, which we are not going to get like that. That's annoying. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. And this might be a chance for us to play Copa Libertadores football next season. By Nacional miss a penalty, it doesn't matter because the clock ticks down. We've won. And this should mean we've come fourth in the league overall table, which should mean we get Copa Libertadores football next season. Ampuero injured for 3 weeks. Córdoba injured for 1 to 2 days. What is the league table saying? The league table says we've come fourth. And that means Copa Libertadores football. That's huge. That is so huge. It does say here in the league rules, it does say here in the league rules that one team, I presume fourth, qualifies for the Copa Libertadores first qualifying round, and there are 3 to get through. So it's going to be a long, tough ride next season. Now, what I am quite interested in is Champions Playoff. Top 4 get it. But last season we only saw 3 teams in it, which was rather bizarre. So again, to my understanding, the winner of both of these groups goes into a playoff, which was won by Deportes. And that gives them a championship group place for this season. So they're in it. If we look at the second half of the league season, Sport Cristal won it overall in the second half of the season, so they also get a spot in the Champions Playoff. They've also come first and third in the overall league table too, which is obviously gets them places anyway. If we look at the rules, if I can find rules, first and third Champions Playoffs. So they both got that whatever happens. Now, a team in second is Cusco. There's a big Q next to their name. They're also in there. We've come fourth. I feel like we should be there. We should be there. If I can get back to the rules, bloody hell. Navigate, Tom. I'm too excited. Fourth, it should be us. But if we go back to last season and we look at the Champions Playoff, there was only one semi-final between Ayacucho and Sporting Cristal, and then the one final was Sporting Cristal losing to Deportes. And if we look at last season's actual overall league table, Sporting Cristal beat Ayacucho, who were second and third. And Cusco, who were fourth, weren't any of it. So I'd like to think we're going to play for the league title now. But I don't know if we are or not. Also, the budgets have come through. 33 grand a week in wages, which is a bit more than we had last season, but the transfer budget is a lot lower because, of course, we've spent a ton of money. What's this? Promotion, Champions, Playoff fight? I don't know what that actually means. Is that us? Potentially, I don't know. Oh, and now it's gone missing. Now it's not there. Are we in this playoff thing or not? Maybe the best way to look at it is not. Champions Playoff semi-final. Cusco, Deportes. So I guess not then. I guess not. Champions Playoff. What does it say fourth? If League One, Movistar Terreno... jeez. Either it's a bug, or... I don't know. It just feels like a bug. Or it just isn't the case. Like, either it's a bug that we're not in it, or it's a bug that fourth place is given a Champions Playoff spot. I don't know. But I didn't want to get too excited about it because I had no idea if we were actually going to qualify for it or not. Maybe someone in the comment section can enlighten us a little bit about it because maybe you know more about it than I do. But I think that is our season done and over. It feels a little bit sad because I thought we could have been in there. But as Deportes take on Cusco right now, is it a one-leg or a two-legged affair? I can't remember if I'm honest with you. We'll find out in a second, won't we? But I suppose the big news is next season it's Copa Libertadores football. Essentially, South American Champions League football, and that's huge. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have done, make sure you drop a like on the video for me, subscribe if you're around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Next season we'll get started on Monday. Some different stuff coming out over the weekend for you, just because I want to get some different stuff recorded and put out there for a little bit. So next season Transfer Special will start on Monday, so look forward to that one on Monday. Until then though, have a lovely weekend. I will speak to you all soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.